So I have very, very, very good news to share. Sparky is starting to walk again. A little bit of context to the story. Sparky, our Doberman, the black one, had a lot of pain. I think starting last year, it got a lot worse earlier this year. The ball part of her femur on both of her hind legs has started to crystallize. So there's friction now between the ball and the socket. Every time she moves, it hurts her a lot. Basically, she's constantly in pain. We brought her to the vet. Surgery was recommended. I believe it's called the FHO, Femoral head Ostectomy. So basically what they do is they remove the ball of the femur to restore pain-free mobility in the damaged hip. So initially we weren't very confident with what the vet was recommending because it doesn't make sense, right? But she's a vet and whatever, we went with it. Hi, editing agent's back. So I realized that I didn't do a really clear explanation for what the FHO procedure is. So basically, after they remove the femoral head, the dog is still able to move because the surrounding muscles will act as a false joint. We were quite skeptical about the procedure at first because, basic biology, we all know that the ball is a crucial part of the joint system, but it is a legitimate procedure and it is very common among larger sized dogs, certain breeds as well, who are more prone to this kind of hip issues. The vet also told us that the chances of recovery is significantly higher among smaller sized dogs, which is why we were quite worried when we decided to let Sparky go forward with the surgery. But it was the best option at the time. I hope that clears things up. There were a lot of issues. The surgery was delayed. We only got it done in April, I believe, because before the vet can move on with the surgery, she needs to be at a healthy weight, and also the liver has to be healthy so that there are no complications after the surgery. Quite a few issues that we need to settle before she can get surgery. That's why it was delayed to April. She got a lot better after the surgery, no more in pain, but even after her surgery recovery period, she wasn't able to move on her own. Even though the front legs were fine, but it was just so long since she has ever walked. She was basically disabled for quite a while. Vet recommended us to let her exercise so that we can build back the strength in the legs. But because she refused to do that, we sort of gave up on the hope that she would ever walk again. Every day in the morning, carry her out of the doghouse to this side of the house, and then at 12 p.m. when the sun comes out, this part of the house gets really, really hot and sunny, so we would move her on a trolley to the other side because there's shade here, and around 5 o'clock we have to move her to the grass so that she could poo-poo and pee-pee, move her back again to this side of the house, and she has her food here, and at night move her back to the dog house so that when it rains she doesn't get wet. My dad did buy a dog wheelchair for her, but she refused to use it. Fast forward a few months later, we still have to transport her around on the trolley, but we did notice that she's gaining more overall strength, not just her legs. Sometimes when we put her down, she would be laying facing the right, but when we come back to check on her a few hours later, she would be facing the other side. So she is basically flipping on her own, and we were quite amused by it actually. And she wasn't just turning like this, she was also turning like this. I don't know how to explain. Whenever we put her at the grass patch, she would crawl from one point to another point. I don't know, we were just so amused by that because we didn't think that she would be able to move on her own even though she's just crawling around. And it so happened that one morning my mom and my Me and my mom were outside trying to transport her to another spot, and she has like a strap around her belly so that it's easier for us to carry her onto the tray and onto the trolley. I don't know what crossed my mom's mind that day. She holded the strap up and positioned her upright, and she started walking by herself.
拍照 video， 你带他走，我觉得他会跌倒哎，随时。
你来这里拍这边，你拍这边啊，这边拍。在地上。
哦，
We were so shocked. My brain couldn't process. I was standing there. My mom had to yell at me to go grab the camera. Only then I started recording. She was literally standing and trying to like walk on her own. No one was helping her, assisting her. She was literally just standing on her own, 4 feet. Pun intended. We were so excited, we were so happy. So now we are trying to get her to walk as much as she can every day, to exercise and build back her muscles. Sparky! I am so happy. I told my friend, and now she refers Sparky as the miracle doggy. This is the best news we've had in a really long time. And the funny thing is, I remember one time I dreamt Sparky was walking again, and not just walking, like running literally from the other end of the house towards me, and I was standing there in shock. Like I know it was a dream at that point, but I was so shocked. I was so shocked. So I guess my dreams do come true now. I have a psychic third eye, maybe. Hopefully all of my other dreams come true too. Oh shit. But my sister tried to kill me in one of those.
My friend sent me a TikTok video that you do with your dog.
Press your dog on the head and record their reaction.
Sorry.